template is required.
Okay.
And
Our logo is common. Our logo is common, obviously. Only the name, college name is different.
everything is required. And then once that is over, then
Sir, I think we'll start now. It's already
start.
okay. So, good morning, everyone. I hope you all are very excited for an interesting session on innovation, entrepreneurship, and startup incubation. I would now like to invite Professor Kiran VS to take over from here on.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. From my side, good morning to one and all. On behalf of Bharti Vidya Bhavan, Hazarimal Sumani College of Arts and Science, Shri Manubhai Maniklal Shade Junior College of Arts and Science, and Ramdas Patel College of Commerce and Management Studies. And myself, in charge of placement cell, Dr. Kiran Vijada, welcomes you all to today's our program. By our placement cell in collaboration with Bharti Vidya Bhavan's Sardar Patel Institute of Technology, SPIT, which is popularly known. In fact, we are very much honored. We are really grateful to have a collaboration now and a MOU with the one of the most important and greatest institute from our own esteemed management, Bharti Vidya Bhavan. In fact, all you are aware that SPIT is one of the premier technical institution of Maharashtra, which is offering, various courses, undergraduate, postgraduate, and doctoral programs in engineering and computer applications. Really grateful, Bharti Vidya Bhavan SPIT, for their all cooperation, that bonding which we are going to have, the support and the collaboration, with us. This is maybe the beginning, but we are just going to have a very long journey and bonding for years working together for the benefit of our students and students. Now, may I request, without wasting your time, Ms. Radha Yadav to introduce our esteemed guest, resource person from SPIT, Sir, Professor Kiran Kakale. Ms. Radha? Ms. Radha, your voice is not...
Okay, sorry, sir. Good morning, sir. Myself, Radha Yadav. I'm here to welcome Mr. Professor Kiran Telale. Is an associate professor in Electronics Engineering Department of Sardar Patel Institute of Technology, Mumbai, with 32 plus years of experience in academia. He is the head of academic relations, Sardar Patel Technology Business Incubator, in charge of innovations and entrepreneurship development center supported by Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. He is also an in charge of IPR cell of Sardar Patel Institute of Technology. His area of research is digital signal and image processing, computer vision, machine learning, and multimedia system design. He has published 80 plus research papers at various national and international referred conference and journals, and he has filed and published 20 patents at Indian Patent Office. He is a treasurer of IEE Bombay section and NEN certified mentor for setting up startup venture. It's a pleasure to have you, sir. You can please continue. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Great excitement for me to address the students' young mind and the topic of the most interesting topic, that is entrepreneurship. So I know that it's not topic of the most interesting topic, that is it's not possible for everyone to become entrepreneur immediately, but it is very true that you all are going to work with entrepreneurs. So when you are going to work with entrepreneurs and when you dream of becoming an entrepreneur, you should know everything about entrepreneurs. So the most important part is why some people are always successful and why when some people are not successful. So I'm going to take you this entire startup incubation journey and some few cases of successful businesses. I would like to share my screen. Innovation, entrepreneurship, and startup incubation. I'll be talking about little bit about technology or technology support driven startups, little bit about technology based startups, entrepreneurship, that is businesses, this innovative idea that has come out from the young mind, invention that happens in the research room, innovation that takes that invention to the marketplace, incubation that provides the facility to become an entrepreneur, intellectual property rights. In short, how to change that invention to innovation, how to bring, how to convert this project to product, and how to bring that idea from mind to market. So when we talk about the technology could be any part of science technology, microbiology technology, engineering technology, computer technology, software technology, hardware technology, microcontroller technology, financial technology, anything that takes the help of instrument or some logic, we call it technology. So whatever we develop, whenever the new things are come up, whenever the laboratory research is done, or whenever the software, hardware, or any product is developed, we call it as the invention. But that invention is never in a shape to take it to, in a position to take it to the marketplace. So when we take this to the market, when the services is available for someone, whenever it is available for the customer, we call it innovation. Invention outcome is research paper. Innovation outcome is product that is available in the market. Invention happens in the laboratory. Innovation goes to the marketplace. So this process of invention to innovation is called technology entrepreneurship or entrepreneurship. Now, that is what I'm going to highlight today. When we talk about invention, we talk about an idea, we talk about the opportunity evaluation. You get an idea, but is that idea really worth doing? Is that idea going to solve the problem of someone? Is that idea worth converting into product, or it is just an idea? For example, once I was teaching in my class, and it was a very interesting story. And that was a cultural day, and students were in different mood. In fact, they were not at all ready to listen to me. And I was not ready to listen to them also, because they wanted lecture to be off, but I was not interested for that. So I said, okay, I will not teach you, but you have to give me one idea. Everyone has to give me one different idea that is there in your mind. Something, if the idea is already existing, then modified idea. So one by one started. I really enjoyed that session. But at the one point, I got an idea of that time machine. You know what is time machine? You have seen the Chris picture. Time machine is the machine that predicts the future. Time machine is the machine that will predict your future. Isn't it an innovative idea? Yes, definitely. Now, if this idea is materialized, will there be any market scope? Yes, definitely. People will come to you. Well, you take these services. But is this idea practically feasible? No. Such idea doesn't exist in reality. Such idea cannot be implemented practically. Such idea is good for nothing. Such idea are hypothesis only in movie or imagination. So such idea has no feasibility criteria, that doesn't stand in reality. So this idea, even though they are very good, without meaningless from as far as entrepreneurship is concerned. So this opportunity evaluation is very important. Sometimes idea is very good. Sometimes idea is marketable, feasible, but there may not be any customer for that. People don't want that idea. So we have to see the opportunity evaluation, whether that idea will worth solving the problem of customer or not. Next step is we need to do the simulation, design, a prototype has to be manufactured, and definitely then we need to do the testing, whether it will work in all the cases or not. All these parts comes under invention. So they happen through lots of experimentation by entering different value of data and then testing. For example, if you're developing some model for SMS based system for water flow in for agriculture product for farmers, but are the farmers going to use it? And second thing, what are the requirement? Many products has come out because farmer don't need to go to the farm. Through mobile, so they can actually on and off the water pump, and then water flow can easily go to the farm to every corner. In fact, they have also developed the system with that. They will measure the moisture of the soil, and then that will decide whether the water is really required or not. In old days, people used to just run the pump and flow that water entire farm, even though it is not required, and there was a lot of wastage of water. So all these things has been monitored, regularized with the help of technology. But for that, that model has to work successfully, and lots of experimentation is required. At the same time, we need to check whether it is working with proper data or not. Validation is required. Validation of equipment. There should not be, if we should work in any condition. For example, in the farm there is wind, lot of temperature, then rainy season. The system should not fail. System should not collapse because customer has paid the money. So a lot of validation is required. Temperature against temperature against water. So all these things has to be validated. System will last for a longer time or not. This has to be done. Then we have to take a feedback of the farmer, actually customer. So while doing this lot of explanation, we come to the final invention, that prototype is ready. And then next phase starts. Want to do everything on your own, then you can form a startup company. What are these different intellectual properties? What is the different? Patent is one part, copyright is another part, with the documentation can be copyrighted. The logo and some information has to be trademarked. I'll show you one example. Look at this product. There is some design. The design is to be registered. Design means outlook of the product. I don't know whether you have seen this or not, but earlier days, around 20 years back, when mobile phone has come in the market, the corners were sharp, rectangular shape, sharp corner. Somebody filed a design that with rounded corner. And now you'll find that the patent is published. That is called design patent. So the design was filed and it was readily available. So this rounded corner was very well accepted by the customer and a mobile manufacturing company. But the question is, if this has been already registered on somebody's name, others cannot use it. That means all mobile manufacturing company has to take a license from that owner to design a mobile shape with rounded corner, because it was already filed. Like that, small ideas, if you file it, then the ownership remains with you. Nokia is the name of the company. This is the trademark. This has to be registered. Copyright, software, ringtone, images, all these information has to be already copyrighted. But the technology that is operated here, technology, this has to be patented. The technology is patented. Software, ringtone, images are copyright. All these things comes under intellectual property, because this idea comes from the mind. And sometimes this has no physical existence because it is always on the paper. For example, design of the product can be on paper. Design means outlook. Yeah, how does it look? Change in technology, we don't come to know that. For example, Uber come first, after that Ola came. Ola and Uber model is nearly same as far as customer is concerned, but the technology is different. And second thing, when Uber came actually in the India, they did not file the patent. They did not register the patent in Indian office. Because of that, Ola took the advantage and Ola duplicated the business. But I repeat again, the business duplication is allowed. Business duplication is possible. There are many examples. There cannot be only dictatorship of only one person. But the underlying technology cannot be duplicated. Underlying design cannot be duplicated. Logo cannot be duplicated. Images cannot be duplicated. Technology cannot be duplicated. All this information has to be only with one person, and that is called registered owner. So that is very, very important. Many times we don't come to know. So that IPR strategy has to be made. What is to be registered? What, when to register? What to register? So all this strategy is always made in the company. I'm just giving you the flavor to what actually happens whenever someone starts the business, because we have to think from business point of view. Because as I told you in the beginning only, you may not be starting the business tomorrow. You may not be starting business in your early of your professional life, but you'll be working with entrepreneurs. So you should know what are they thinking. So when your thinking and their thinking is synchronized, you get better opportunity. You understand the concept fast, and then you actually move on in the right direction. So intellectual asset creation comes under the IPR, and this asset has to be created. This can be done by company. This can be done single individual also. You yourself can also file the patent if you have any strong idea. Definitely, it is possible. So there are a lot of advantages of doing this IPR registration, because when you register it, you protect your idea. When you do that, you also understand your domain better because you are registering it. That is what company does. They understand their domain better. Before that, they have to understand their competitor. Why do they have to understand their competitor? Because if they file the patent on some idea, and if it has been already patented, then your patent will get rejected. So to file the patent, first you have to understand what are the other patent filed in the similar domain, whether the same patent is filed or not anywhere in the world. So there are certain databases, there are certain methodology to check whether the patent is filed or not. And suppose if it is already filed, let's say there is a patent file for this product, then you get an idea what they have done, because patent is an open document. You can always read it, you can always make out. Then you get an idea of what is missing in that. Then you can redevelop that product differently with adding, changing the design, changing the shape, changing the methodology, and that can become your own product idea. That can become your own patent. So while doing this, you dominate the market because you are developing something different, innovative, which is not existing. So you actually encourage creativity, because once you develop something and you file the patent, that is available for others to contribute something. So indirectly, you contribute to science and industry. But while doing this, you definitely develop your own brand value, and there's a possibility that if it is commercialized, you can make good money in your life. You means you, not only you. You means your company. You means your group. You means you yourself. Anyone can do it. So while going forward, there are two ways to do it. Either you start your own company, or you commercialize your technology, you commercialize your business idea, you commercialize your product, whatever you develop, whatever it is, it has market significant uh, developed product can be given to someone to continue. Startup is a way to translate invention into commercial goods and services that benefit the public. While building the startup, you need to remember that there are three phases. The first phase is idea, get an idea, convert this into prototype, make a product. Product could be software or hardware. Develop a business stream, business process. The business process includes business model, create your IPR, and third step, registration of startup company. These three stages has to be followed, and with the help of these three stages, you'll be able to bring your startup in actual existence. This part I'll slightly skip now because it doesn't make any sense right now. But I just want to tell you that there are different companies, startup company, limited liability partnership, and private limited company. And third is one person company. Even one single person can start a company. So you need to know this basic thing. Who are the promoter? Promoters are the someone who start the company. Promoters are actually founders. To start company, you require initial capital. So promoters contribute other capital. Initially, there was a restriction that it has to be 1 lakh. Now there is no restriction. So it is not necessary that everybody has to be equally contributed. There is a possibility that one person may contribute 50%, other 2% may contribute 25%. So that decides your shareholding in that particular company. Directors need not be the shareholder. Director need not be the founder, but directors must have unique identification number, and that is called director identification number. The director identification number has to be obtained from Government of India by filling the form. There cannot be any name for your company. For example, your company name cannot be Tata, your company name cannot be Birla or Reliance. There has to be unique name. So there is a website maintained by Government of India. You have to type the possible name and check whether it is available or not. If it is available, then you have to register it, because once you register, no other person can register with the same name. Then you need to do branding of your company. To do the branding, you need to design the website and you need to host the website. Logo design also comes under branding, brochure design of the product. All these things required to form a company. I just want to tell you what is this technology business incubator, or in short, business incubator. What is this business incubator? Incubator means something that comes out. Incubator is a program designed to support successful development of startups by providing business resources. So this is technology business incubator. This is called technology business incubator because it's supported by technology. It has to be supported by technology, and that's why it is technology business incubator. It could be based on technology or it could be technology driven, but it's a program designed to support development. Now you may say that you have some idea, but it doesn't require technology. Nowadays it doesn't happen. That's what I say, that technology driven. Technology driven means you may develop the application based on web. You may use your mobile device. So definitely any services use develop on the mobile phone, you have to use the technology. So nowadays every business is either based on technology or it is technology driven business. If we talk about incubation center, so these are programs designed to support startups by providing business resources. It's a program of Government of India, and in India, total there are 300 plus incubation centers. In Mumbai, there are around 10 incubation centers. Every incubation center has three parts. One is pre-incubation section, incubation section, and post-incubation policy scheme. So these are different schemes. Pre-incubation, what happens in pre-incubation? Let's say you want to start a business. You have a very good idea and you have some dream to become a startup founder. Then what are the things required to formation of company? As I told you earlier, so company registration, company formation, technology support to develop that product. This everything is developed under pre-incubation policy, pre-incubation phase. Who support this? Incubation center. Incubation means something that comes out. Something that comes out. Incubate. When you incubate it, means you create it. So that incubated startup, created startup in that center, that's what that center is called, incubation center. So when you have a good idea, but you don't know how to do the business, when you don't know how to register the company, you don't know the complete knowledge of technology, you have only idea in your mind, you don't know how to materialize that idea, then the technology support is provided at the incubation center. For one, the technology support, the business model you need to create. When I say business model, means the HR model, who will be the how many people you require, human resources required, what kind of people you require. Next thing, what are the marketing strategy that you want to make, IPR creation, where to do that, because you have no idea. You have only idea to strong idea, which is market significant idea, which will be worth taking to the market and which will solve the problem of someone. So for that, you require some support, and that entire support to convert that idea from mind to market to the process called entrepreneurship by setting up startup business is discussed in incubation. Once you come out of this, then in that phase you have to do marketing strategy, you have to do branding strategy, you have to do website design strategy. All this thing has to be done properly. Then you come on the incubation support. Incubation support means once your company is already registered, your product is ready to come to the market, then you require infrastructure setup. Infrastructure means office. You don't have any office with you. You don't have mentor to take you to the next level. You have to design a product. You have to design finished product. You have to modify the product. Each time you have to develop the prototype. Product means initial stage of the product. Okay. Then you have to convert this to a product that you can bring it to the market. You need to contact the people. You need to attend a meeting. You need to file the patent. You need a support for financial accounting, taxation part, to understand the taxation part. You need to connect to the network people in the ecosystem. All these things is supported by incubation center. The people in the HR people in the incubation center, you don't have to worry about it. You have to come there. They will support you because it's a program of government of India. And for that, there's a nominal fees that you have to pay. The nominal fees as low as 5,000. Some people charge 2,500. Some people charge 8,000. Some people charge 10,000, depending on the level of services and the location and the infrastructure that they provide. But with that is per month. But with that support, you get a lot of information. Your dream can come to true. I'll be giving you certain example that has started. You also require some helping hand from the young people, and for them, you get a support from the students, talent support. You can recruit them as an intern in your company as a part-time basis or for short-time, full-time basis like that. When you develop the product, your first most important is you require a customer. The early stage customer, getting customer is normally difficult. That support you get from incubation support, incubation center. Many times you have idea, you get incubation support, but most important is the money part, because you have to pay the salary to the employees, you have to do the branding, you have to convert this product to prototype to the product. You require money. That initial money is called seed money, seeding type. That initial money normally nobody gives, because investors will not give the money, bank may not give the money. So from where to get that money? So that seed funding, that initial money, that initial money required for initial stage is given by incubation center. So how the incubation center gives? For incubation center, get the funding from the government of India. So government of India has a lot of schemes for the young people to start a business. And that funding, when I say funding, means one directional funding. For example, you get 10 lakh rupees and you use that 10 lakh rupees and you start your business. There are two possibilities. You may be successful, you may not be successful. If you are not successful, what will happen to the money that you have taken? It is of funding. That means it is not to be returned back. It is not a loan. So government gives lot of funding to the startup at the initial stages. So what else you require to start a business? You require infrastructure, it is available. You need to create IPR, it is available. Here the information is available. You need to know prototype design technology support, it is available. You require talent support, helping hand, provided by incubation center. You require money, everything is available. What is the problem now? There is nobody can stop you now. So after this post incubation, this is okay. There are many different type of funding scheme. One is the seed capital, initial funding needed to launch a new venture. Debt funding, borrowed fund that entrepreneurs must repay. You can borrow it from friends or relatives. Equity financing, funds invested in new venture in exchange of part ownership. 10% ownership, you can give it to someone who wants to invest it. There are many group of people. That group of people are called VC, venture capitalists. Group of people come together, they form one company. That company is categorized as venture capitalists. Those people invest in the startup company. Normally they invest in sector wise, because if I have to invest the money, I'm not interested for pharma company, I'm interested only for software company. Some people may be interested only to finance company. So depending on their liking, they form a group and they put their money, and then VC companies, they invest into the startup company, and this way the funding comes to the startup company against the equity. Equity means partnership. Angel investors. Angel investors are single individual who invest directly in the new venture by taking the stake, equity stake, partnership. There are many people that do this, and they become, as I told you, government funding. There are so many schemes started by government of India. They give funding for patent protection as well. They give funding for technology creation. They give funding for scaling of business. They give funding at every stage. The only thing is that you need to notice. Now, is there something that stops you? Is there something that will hotel stay is different. There are people who wants to stay in hotel only for a night time because they are on official tour. And there are hotels at resort type, high class type. But majority of the people in India, they are traveling because of their work. When they are on business, they don't require the hotel with a lot of amenities. So with this, he just connected low budget hotels under the brand Oyo. And you know the story where he is now. He has become multi-millionaire. PhonePe. PhonePe was founded in 2015 by Samir Nigam and Rahul Chari and Berlin engineer. Samir Nigam and Rahul Chari were studying in engineering college, Sardar Patel Institute of Technology, the college where I am working. It's a Bharati Vidya Bhavan, is Sardar Patel Institute of Technology, Mumbai. After graduation, they went to USA. They did master program. Then they joined company. They worked there for 10 years. They came back. They left the job because they had some idea in their mind. They joined Incubation Center at SPIT College, Sardar Patel Institute of Technology, and they actually started their first company after working 10 years in the industry. They made good money there and they came back here. When they came back, they had some idea to music industry. That idea did not work. The idea collapsed. They did not get even single customer. So after 2 years of hard work, the company collapsed. There are a lot of debt because they have to pay the salary and there were no income, there no salary for themselves. But because they have to use their money from personal saving, they were good. They could survive for 2 years. After that, they decided to close the business. But the luck was supporting them, and their company was, even though business was failed, the company was acquired by Flipkart. Flipkart acquired the company by paying all their dues, and they joined Flipkart. When they joined Flipkart, they were studying they were working for Flipkart for 3 years as per the agreement between their company and Flipkart. They found that Flipkart has a lot of problems. Flipkart's USP was, what was the USP of Flipkart? USP of Flipkart was cash on delivery. And that's why this Samir Nigam and Rahul Chari, they joined the hands with Berlin engineer and they came up with this idea that PhonePe. Flipkart committed $500 million into PhonePe because they developed this product for Flipkart. Flipkart paid this money. And the story is now where they are. Now they have become unicorn. So that's very interesting. I just want to tell you that when PhonePe started, Paytm was also there. But there's a technological difference. When there's a difference in technology, we cannot say the business is profit. Technology is not profit. They're targeting the same customer, but different technology. And like that, there are so many products. Products can be duplicated. Technology cannot be duplicated. Sardar Patel Technology Business Incubator at Sardar Patel Institute of Technology is a initiative or is a program of Government of India supported by Department of Science and Technology. I just want to tell you that you find time and visit this place and just see how the student develop the products. This is this infrastructure. These are founders till today. Some are faculty members, some are students, some are engineers. I just want to tell you that one group, this group, they are students of SPIT College. They started a company called Work India. This Work India is a company that provides the job to the white collar job to the needy people. They connected employer and future employees on the same platform using the technology. When Naukri.com was also doing good, they started their own company, but they got huge funding from Japan, and the valuation of the company is now 500 crores. What are they doing? They are connecting two entities on the same platform and selecting the people and giving the job, and they're taking the money from the recruiter and not from the employee, from the student who job seeker. 500 crores is the valuation of the company. Now they are shifted to Bangalore and they have 100 plus employees. Now there are many more people who have joined this boy. We started a company to sell the khadi cotton shirts. Cotton shirts. He manufactured in Chandrapur. There is one manufacturer. So he developed an app and website. People used to log in, select the product, size, dimension, pay the money, cash on delivery model, sorry. And then put the order. He used to send that order to the manufacturer. Manufacturer used to courier it to the service, the customer, and customer used to make the payment. And this way he started the business. His turnover was more than 1 CR per annum just by selling white colored shirts. And he did this. He was a commerce student, graduate student, not highly qualified. He didn't do any higher study after that, but he wanted a business, understanding the Indian need. So just by selling one simple product, the name of the company is V Swadeshi. So he utilized this Swadeshi and Khadi concept and made a good business. So there are many stories. Recently, this is a successful business. Work India Embedos Engineering. This is an Embedos Engineering manufacturer, product developer. He developed the embedded system product from Inspired College only. Now he's in UK. He shifted to UK. There is another company called Scholar. Scholar is a company developed by three people, three young people. That is the education app. Suppose if you're studying and you come across some problem, 11th, 12th student, mathematics subject, and then you don't know how to solve the problem, then you have to just take an image of the problem, send it to the app using the technology, they will solve the problem and will display it in your phone. They got, due to this pandemic situation, they got 10 lakh users, but they were not paying. They were using this service free of charge. So definitely after some time, they had not generated any revenue, and to develop the technology to maintain that, they have to pay the salary, they have to recruit the people, they have to pay the salary. So they did not get any investor. So finally they have to close their business. But I mentioned that successful startup, and when I'm telling you that they closed the business, that means the real story starts now. When the business is closed, your business is closed because you're not able to run it, you're not able to drive it, not because your product is failed, not because you don't have customers. There could be many reasons to close the business. They did not close because there are no customer. They did not close because their product was not good, inferior. The product was not inferior. They did not close because they were not capable of doing business. They closed because there were no revenue, because they were not charging anything, and their model was not to charge the revenue from the not to charge from the customer, from the student, because the concept was very simple. Students cannot, they don't earn, so we should not start from student. Education should be freely available. That was their mindset, and with that mindset, they were not charging. Even if they charge 10 rupees per month, they would have made good money. But they decided not to charge, so they were looking for investor so that they can make they can make they can invest it, take a partnership, and in future, this way the company valuation will increase. After that, they will exit and somebody will take the stake in the company. Zomato is not doing any profit making business. Flipkart was not making profit making business, but still there are a lot of investors coming in, because investor comes, the company valuation increases, investor exit, new investor come, company value increases. Company value will definitely increase because customer segment is increasing. So when the company value increases, they exit their company. So if you're investing 1 CR today, and if after some time, if the value of the company is 1.5 CR, if your value become 1.5 CR, you will exit from that. So that is how the people invest and exit. So the real story of Scholar begins here. They were not able to continue because of zero revenue model. So finally, their company was acquired by Baiju. Baiju paid 20 crores of rupees to the Scholar founders. And now entire team of Scholar is working in Baiju company, Bangalore. But they got 20 crores. So this 20 crores was shared by 3 founders. And now so these are the different companies at Incubation Center, and these are funding that they raise to different investors. This is the funding that they raise. Recently, one of the company asked Vidyalaya, SPDB has given 50 lakh rupees to them, got 1.5 CR in Shark Tank program. So they got this money. Just want to run this video. What do you? I want to show you this incubation center program. I invite you to visit this incubation center at Bhavan's campus, Andheri. Now, I just want to show you a very interesting demonstration how the idea comes in the mind and how this idea can be taken further.
An average metropolitan housing.
You are seeing multi-story building, and nowadays so many projects are coming in the city. So many multi-story buildings are coming up. You have seen this. You are aware that water tank is always on the top of the floor. You are aware that water tank is there at the ground floor also. We have seen that water is pumped up from ground floor to the topmost floor, and from there it goes freely to every house. Here there is a innovative idea lies. This idea is recorded here. I'll explain you. Just have a look on this.
Society is 30 to 35 meters high. An average metropolitan housing society is 30 to 35 meters high. About 10,000 liters of water is pumped up from ground level to overhead tank. Considerably high amount of electricity is consumed for this purpose. With the increase in height of buildings, power consumed for pumping is increasing rapidly. Pico hydropower system can be used to regain this energy. Water coming down from overhead tank falls on the turbine. The turbine starts rotating with very high speed. This rotating turbine is used to drive a generator. This is the prototype of our system.
I hope this idea is clear to you. The water coming out from the top floor in between turbine is kept so that water flow can be converted into energy, and that energy is sufficient to run this staircase light. So that's an innovative idea. This idea is patented, patent is granted, and someone can take that patent and convert this into product. So that is called commercialization. Because the founders, I am also part of that team who has filed this patent. And recently we got this patent. So there are many mobile stun guns.
And can be used as a safety and remote alert system. Stun gun, smart mobile. Smart Mobile Stun is a combination of mobile phone having stun and remote alert system. Stun is basically an electroshocking device which produces electric shocks and can be used as a safety device. Stun is a non-lethal self-defense weapon. The stun circuit is placed in the detachable casing behind the mobile phone. Whenever the stun attached with the mobile phone is used, it sends user location to the list of pre-stored numbers.
So one more I just want to show you.
The conventional procedure of personally going to the police station to report about a suspicious person has become time consuming and inconvenient. What if there is a technology that helps you report in no more than few seconds? That's where our product lies.
I just want to tell you that idea is important. If you have very great idea, you can find out who can materialize that idea, who can develop the product for you, who can develop the software for you. But idea is very important. So don't think that you don't belong to this field, so you cannot do this. What is important is the idea. So getting an idea is very, very important. Now just have a look on this. You come across a suspicious person. You think that this person is creating some crime, but at the same time you don't want to come in because you're not sure, and second thing, you don't want to disclose your identity in front of it. So how to use the technology in this situation? So very interesting. Just
As our semester 6 project for Masters Vision and its developer is available for any Android based mobile application. All you need to do is install it on the mobile phone. Here is a demo of how this application works. Consider a situation wherein you come across someone who you think is suspicious. You want to report about him to the police, but before that, you need to be sure about him. To do this, simply start our application either directly through the camera mode or by running the application icon. This opens the application. Your next task is to take the image of the person in concern, or you can select it from the gallery in the mobile phone. Next, you need to select the gender of the person and the category to which he belongs. That's either a child, an adult, or a senior citizen. Now, click on Send Image button to send the image. Internally, this image is sent over to the server where the request is recorded in the log with the IMSI number of the mobile phone, the date, and the timestamp. Every new request received is marked with a received status field. The server performs recognition on the image it received and replies by sending the image of the person it had back to the user's mobile phone. You now need to cross-check if the image sent by the server is indeed of the same person. If it is, you need to click Yes to positively authenticate. Accordingly, the log gets updated to the pending status, which indicates that the further actions have to be taken by the police. Trace Face not only helps the citizen to report, but also helps the police to get the details of.
so one more thing I just want to tell you that all these ideas are developed by someone. See, sometimes back I told you the commerce graduate student from Chandrapur, he came to Bombay and he started selling the shirts. So starting selling shirt, he just wanted to sell white colored shirt. What was lacking with him? Infrastructure, business sense, market concept, everything was not known to him. He just wanted a website to be developed and used for selling the white shirt. So he came to Bombay, he came to the incubation center. Incubation center, he developed the website with the help of interns, with the help of other people. And finally, he came to the place where he can run the business. So it's not that you need to know the technology. You need to know everything about a business. What you need to know is a plan that yes, you want to start a business, and it can be any business, any service. So that everything is possible, and that is what people have done it. I have so many examples.
Our product is Portable Smart Patient Monitoring System,
Just
created by Bhavin Kamdar, Dhaval Shah, and Shahid Soratia, under the guidance of Dr. Y.S. Rao, Department of Electronics and
okay, this I'll
Telecommunications.
just keep instead of that. I want to show you something very interesting and which will inspire you. Case studies. I just want to show you for PhonePe first. I told you the background of PhonePe, how they started. There's three people: Samir Nigam, Barzin engineer, and Rahul Chari. 2016, Flipkart acquires PhonePe. The PhonePe app goes live. 2016, just in 6 years of time, launches micro app on the platform, crosses 1 billion transaction in 2 years of time. In 2020, 10 lakh stores in 300 cities, launch liquid fund, travel, coronavirus, and motor insurance. Oh, sorry, just in between I miss. What they did in 17, 18, 19. The 19, they ranked almost top 10 most trusted digital brands in India. They crossed 2 billion transactions on this app. Now, just imagine the funding that they received. Amount of fund they raised 5.2 billion in 18, 3.2 billion in 2018, again 4.5 billion, 7.6 billion, 1 billion, 7 billion, $6 billion, $28 million, $21 million, and every time they are getting funding, that's why they are able to give these services free of charge to others. We don't have to pay. Although they have competitors, I repeat this again, they have not developed on their own. That was their idea. They got inspired from Paytm, but idea was their own idea. So they recruited software engineer and they developed it for them. So here idea is important, motivation is important, and then they have a lot of different revenue model, how to reach to the customer, how to expand the business, how to remain active in the company. And the story is this has become multi-bagger company. I just want to tell you College Dunia. What is College Dunia does? You must have heard about College Dunia. College Dunia is an extensive search engine for the students, parents, and education industry players who are seeking information on higher education sector in India and abroad. You want to study further. Which college to join? What are the different options available? What are the fee structure? Where the college is located? What are the facilities? What is the scope of that college? What is the standing of that college? What is the rank of that college? Who are the professors? All this information this College Dunia provides. Who is the founder? Sahil, a single man, Bits Pilani alumni. In 2014, he started this company. 2014 he started. In 2015, one of the top 100 startups in Asia. In 15 itself, one of the top 10 startup by tech in Asia. 2016, India Digital Award for Best Education Website. India Digital Award. What is important is how they raise the funding. There are so many competitors. In spite of in this amid competitor, they raise funding. So this raised $600,000 in the recently. He got two rounds of funding. I'll show you. First, he got in 2016, I think. Yes. First round he got in 2014 itself, $162,000, and the $162,000. And second he got $443,000. Total he got more than $600, and they generated a net worth of $600,000 by charging. Now they to enhance their outreach to 30,000 universities. That was his idea. He got it developed from the other people, and finally the company is making. What are they doing? They are just giving the information, and based on this information, they are making good money, huge money, because investors are investing in this company. I'll show you Book My Show. Very interesting, very very interesting. You all are using this product, Book My Show. Ashish Hemaranjani started this entertainment company in 99. Parikshit Dar took over technology and Rajesh Balpande took over finance, and both came in co-founders. And first investor they got it from JP Morgan. They invested into this company. No investor from 2002 to 2006. They came up with automated ticketing software. Company jumped from nil to 24 crores of valuation in 2007. 2007, the valuation of the company is 24 crores. That means they could have sold this company for 24 crores. But they got investor in immediately after that. Network 18 is a company, they invested 14 crores of rupees to that company. Because they got investor, they got huge money. That money they use it for expansion, to pay the salaries. And there's a very interesting story of Book My Show. You know, there are more than 1,000 employees and they have created a job. They're just fantastic. Now they become a official ticketing partner for Mumbai Indians, Kings 11, Punjab, and Delhi Daredevils. They were official partner to this. They launched Book My Show, India's first ticketing aggregator in August 2007. So this is the story we started in 99 and everything is in front of you. You are using this. What is the latest story? Latest story is the Excel partner invested $18 million, that is 100 crores of rupees in Book My Show in 2012. So they got lot of investment because they became the choice for the young people to book the show. And that's the story is not ending. Every time they are acquiring, uh, there are no new investor coming. There are 150 crores of rupees they got investment in June 2014. It's just not ending. Just not ending. Huge investment. Big company now. So Big My Show has a 78% stake, and all this stake reduced because they have to give it to other investors. See their revenue. 2015 they made 132 crores, and 2020 they made 850 crores. 850 crores of business in crores. Business is growing exponentially, increasing, and they are doing. That's why their valuation is increasing, and that's why they are getting more investors. And you people are using this lab. You are actually contributing for their success. So this is very interesting story which I wanted to share with you. Zomato, Zomato also you are using. Started in July 2008, Delhi. Zomato, Swiggy, all these are their service provider. Indian multinational restaurant aggregator and food delivery company founded by Pankaj and Dipinder Goyal in 2008. They started this in 2008. See this what happened. Zomato was founded in 2008. They renamed to Zomato. Initially, it was different name, and then in August 2020, Zomato do praise for introducing period leave policy. They had 520 employees. Simply, so recently the IPO has come and they made a history by collecting huge amount of money. In February 2021, Zomato raised $250 million. $1 million means 7.5 crores. Just calculates $250 million, 1,800 crores of rupees from Tiger Global. The company invested this money, and now recently they got IPO launch, so they got huge money. If Tiger wants to exit, he can exit it with better, with increased valuation. So that's why people invest this money, because company perform well. So this is the expansion, and this is how the company is doing well. But trust me, I don't know whether you know it or not. The company is not running in profit. They are good. They have revenue, but they are running in loss. If they are running in loss, then also people are investing in their company, because there's a possibility that because the valuation of the company is increasing. You all are also aware about the Baiju, but Baiju has become very big company. It is unicorn company. Unicorn company means valuation is $1 billion. $1 billion means 7,500 crores. Baiju, he started this. He was born in 1980 from Kerala, and he started this company. You can go through this. Information is available on the website. Just want to tell you how they raised the funding. Baiju total funding to date is about $3.19 billion. $1 billion means 7,500 crores. 7,500 crores into 3.1, around 2,200 crores. 2,200 crores they raised the money. Just imagine. And he's doing fantastic. He's doing the business in profit. The valuation of the company, where it has gone. So if Baiju himself has around 50% stake in the company, so his wealth has reached to 1,100 crores. All these people were not great people when they started. Their idea was great. Idea was great. And they understood the pain point of the customer. They understood the need of the people. and they touched that need, and that's why they could do excellent business because they understood what is the need and how to provide this service. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, very nice, sir. Very nice. Excellent, excellent. I'm really, really, really thankful. Before actually we go ahead, if there are some questions from the audience side, we'll definitely tackle them. We'll definitely have. Right. Because there are so many things sir has discussed about business and startups and so many live examples and all are popular like PhonePe and Zomato and all these people. We are all aware of these companies and we are using all the brands. In fact, every day we are using these and all explained very nicely by sir. And we were never known ki these are started by very normal people like you and me, and they are doing a very great job, sir. Really great job. And
Just want to tell you one thing that all these multi-bagger company now, those have become unicorn. The most interesting story I feel is that Swadeshi company.
okay,
This boy from the village, he was just selling white shirts using online platform without knowing technology background, without having technology background, without having money also, but with only one concept and determination that we want to make a platform to create for young people to sell the white shirts and that Khadi shirts, Swadeshi, and he developed the software with the help of other people and he started doing it now without investment.
mm,
His annual turnover is more than 1 CR.
wow. And most interestingly, actually, I was in, even myself was under impression ki, many of these companies which you were explaining are from, abroad. Like, there are foreign companies, not Indian companies. Now I'm getting to know ki these are Indian people and they are doing
Foreign
business.
companies are also very inspiring, but I selected only Indian company.
Right.
So I have made a case study with the help of my students, around 50 companies case study.
They are really
So
good
this
to
is
know.
a exercise you can also give it to the student because
Yes,
what happened, we don't have everybody don't have time to go to the website
right,
and search well it for every company.
right,
But if
right.
someone does it in then we can always get a lot of information.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes. If somebody come across this presentation, definitely would be get inspired. Will start some business because from your speech, at least somebody would get to know ki, starting a business is not a big deal. No, nobody needs only just money. Need an encouragement. That's all only. Need to have encourage. Had to have something in mind. Some idea need to be have. And just contacting some people like incubation center, they can start the business.
So I invite your team, faculty team, and interested students, say 20 to 25 student batch.
Yes,
We
yes,
will do
we'll
the
definitely be
presentation.
interested in coming to you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable thoughts and all the innovative ideas for starting a business, new business. How to use innovative ideas and building up new businesses also. I am sure.
Sardar Patel Technology Business Incubator is a scheme of Government of India, and we have raised around 20 plus crores of rupees from government.
Excellent, 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 excellent. No doubt. I don't think so. I don't know about other institution, but whatever is done has been done a very fantastic and a great job. At least in the building of nation, a great contribution towards the nation development and the youth development. More specifically, I would say.
Any question from student side? Okay.
Mhm. I'm sure, even after this, now I'm going to. I already have shared this link with the students, and after watching these videos, definitely, I'm sure many questions are going to come to me because they must be needing some guidance and some kind of the questions would be there in their mind, and they would be really interested in getting their answers from you, sir. And
Sure.
I'll definitely convey
No
to you.
problem.
I'm really, really, really thankful to you and also to SPAIT.
Thank you so much.
Yes. I request Professor Radha Yadav. Somebody wants to talk from your side, definitely will be really great. But I would request Radha Madam to propose a vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Good morning to one and all. It's my privilege to propose a formal vote of thanks on the behalf of Bharati Vidya Bhavan Cesare Mulsumani College and Junior College of Jaya Ramdas Patel. I, Miss Professor Radha Yadav, would like to thank our principal, Mr. S.V. Rathod, and Kiran sir, the HOD of Economics Department. Sir, I'm very grateful to Professor Kiran Tale and Miss Garima and Miss Arohi and everybody experts present over here for sparing the valuable time and guiding our students. Your views and knowledge which you shared for us is going to be motivate student in framing their careers and future prospects. I'm very much thankful to our management, Bharti Vidya Bhavans, for all the support, help, and providing us and our student the platform without which wouldn't be possible to achieve anything. Last but not the least, I'm really very thankful to all the students present here with whom this program would not have been successful. I'm also thankful to all those who were directly and indirectly were the part of the program. I request all the participants to share the valuable link, which will be sent later on to the feedback. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a great pleasure having you.
Thank you for your nice words. I'm always there to help your student.
Thank you, sir.
See, the resources comes when you keep all your sensors on. Eyes, ear, brain should be active. Firstly, what do you mean by innovation? Innovation or invention, let's say. Invention does not mean that everything has to be new. It could be modification to the existing product is also called invention. It need not be 100% new. So what you should do is you should just keep on observing and start thinking about it. Start finding out what modification that you can add it, and if it clicks you, then that should be your invention. That invention will be unique. That invention will be patentable because it is not existing right now. So don't think to learn invention. Don't think to how to get from where to get invention. You just keep on observing the product, studying the product, and just start thinking about it. What value you can add it, what better product you can make it. You may not be doing it, but just think what is lacking into that. And if that itself is valuable, that itself makes the product better, then that is the invention. Invention cannot be learned. Invention can come from this part of the body which is gifted by the God. Everybody can get idea. Everybody can get new idea. Everybody can think. You have to just keep your sensors on, observe, think, your thought process, study. You'll get an idea. Over to you, Krishna.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So please come.